Thank you to Policy Genius for sponsoring today's video. If you have anyone relying on your income, you need life insurance, it's that simple.
Policy Genius is your one-stop shop to find and buy the insurance you need at the right price.
With Policy Genius, their technology makes it so easy to compare life insurance quotes from top companies like AIG and Prudential in just a few clicks. With Policy Genius, you can find life insurance policies that start at just $17 per month for $500,000 of coverage. Policy Genius has licensed agents who can help you find the options that offer coverage in as little as a week and avoid unnecessary medical exams. You can trust their guidance. There are no added fees and your information is kept private. It's no wonder they have 5-star reviews on Google and Trustpilot. Your loved ones deserve a financial safety net. You deserve a smarter way to find and buy it. We all have plenty of things to worry about, whether it be taking care of younger children or aging parents or both at the same time. Good life insurance can give us peace of mind knowing that their needs are taken care of if something should happen to either one of us. Head to policygenius.com/redpoppyranch or click the link in the description to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you can save.
Bro, it's a 2-speed. This thing's better than my bike in high school. I only had a 1-speed back in the day.
You didn't have a speed limit too much.
You did.
It's like a Milwaukee pack out on top.
Well, that's exactly what it is. This has only 2 right there.
Self-defense.
Oh, I didn't know you were in here. I was trying to surprise you. Let's see how much it takes out of the batteries.
Check the battery.
I'm going to. I'm going to check the batteries.
Look how much more complete it looks.
It does look. It looks way,
so much
way better
better,
with
yeah.
that in here. It looks the exact same as the fridge and the stove too.
It better. That's what it was supposed to look like.
Callie, Reed, Brett, somebody over here.
Our nation, we do.
It's gonna explode.
Here, where's my phone? I want to see how much percentage it uses. I can literally watch and see how much it uses. So we are consuming 624 watts. Battery's at 82%. It is.
You put it on the microwave a long time ago.
Oh, of course.
What is wrong with you?
I need to wait for a gift for your mom for Christmas.
This is not. This is a family gift. This is not my gift.
For the family. Listen to how thoroughly the popcorn gets popped.
Did you smell that?
See what the quality of this very, very healthy snack. That might be the most perfectly popped bag of popcorn I've ever seen. You guys get a handful before I put some.
Wait, it's a lot easier than that.
Uh-huh. Now we don't have to spend 2 hours
Well.
getting the butter pump. Okay. It's not rubbery.
It's not rubbery? It's not extra tough? So normally we take a package of microwave popcorn, we open it up, and we scrape every last bit of that processed oil that we love so much. And then we heat it up in this thing, and it's typically about a 50% success rate.
Yeah.
The kernels don't like it, and then they're kind of tough, right?
Yeah.
But for the last, how many years it's been since we had a microwave? We haven't had one up here ever. We're ruined.
4 years.
We have just succumbed to the pressures of society.
Oh, but we have 5G, all the internet we can have, but finally get a microwave.
All right, be that way.
We
Fine.
live in like
This
the 20th century.
This is real popcorn. I got a bigger reaction out of this than I did your Jeep.
That is not true. That is not true.
Okay, we're not doing that again, son.
That's how he said.
Okay, we're not doing that.
Yes, we are!
Okay, well, first you almost hit Addie. We're not doing that. We're gonna wait till everybody's down. You're gonna get hurt, buddy.
It's fun.
I drove 5 hours to get these very specific, very heavy duty, 56-pound a piece tire chains for the skid steer, because these tire chains were made by Bobcat specifically for skid steers. And once I get these tire chains installed, I will be able to go anywhere I need to go. These tire chains are typically about $200 per tire, but I found them on the local internet at a discounted price because the dealership was no longer a Bobcat dealership and they had to get rid of their Bobcat stuff. So I was their guy. Really, the only thing better than a set of chains like this for this skid steer would be over the tire tracks. All these noises. Are you a little bit concerned about what's going on? Let me take you inside. I will end up having to run into the local tire shop to pick up a set of heavy-duty 6-way bungee cords, so these heavy-duty tire chains are held in place the way they ought to be while I'm moving the snow around. I wanted to build a very specific set of heavy-duty tire chains, but I couldn't build the tire chains as cheap as I was able to buy these tire chains. As I said, the next step from here would be a set of over-the-tire tracks, but I truthfully can't think of any reason why I would need anything more than these tire chains. With these tire chains on the skid steer, I could probably drive all the way up to the little cabin if I had to, but more importantly, I'll be able to manage all the snow around the place and do it in a way where the machine and myself are not struggling to keep the snow under control. This is the most snow that I've ever had to deal with at one time in my entire life, but I must say having the skid steer has most certainly made it more enjoyable. There is no place for the snow to go as it comes off the roof, both around the shop and the house as well. For the first time since we built our house, we now have snow falling back against the back of the house because, as I said, there's no place for the snow to go as it slides off the roof. So, with the skid steer's help, I'm able to keep the snow under control and prepare ourselves for the next snowstorm that is more than likely just around the corner. Oh yeah, that's where I parked the four-wheeler. The more I have to move the snow around for the goats and the chickens to give them more room to get out and stretch their legs, the more I'm thinking about whether or not I laid this out properly here and whether or not I should do something different, at least for the chickens, so they can get all the sun that they can get on these cold, short winter days, and maybe potentially get back to laying eggs a little sooner than they normally would. So now that I'm down to dirt, the hope is that the chickens will get out here and start scratching around, and maybe we'll get eggs a little sooner than later. But we're also about to get another 4 inches of snow, so I'm probably going to have to get in here and clean this area out. But really, the more I think about this place, here we go. The more I think about this place, it's always going to be a pain. The north facing, the way this is facing, it's not a great place for the goats or the chickens. They really should be sitting somewhere over here where they're getting as much of that December and January sun as possible. Every time significant snow comes off that roof, I'm gonna have to get in here and do something about it. So, but in the meantime, we are 3 to 4 weeks away from babies showing up around here. So the hope is that Willie's gonna be a good little cow dog that can help me move cows around when I have to, but also a good companion dog like Ruby. He'll go the same places that I take Ruby. The only difference is in the summertime, he can help me push cows around off our property, whatever, if we need to. So. Ready? Watch out, Evie! Ah! Oh! See! Watch out! I want to film this coming down the hill. Callie, you're going awful fast. You guys are making me nervous.
Not as fast as Reed. You should see him.
Okay, we are probably 4 hours away from the next snowstorm that's supposed to lay down about 4 inches, maybe even more up here. The last couple of things that I need to get done on the old skid steer is the A windshield wiper, but I don't think I have the right one. After looking at the part that I ordered, I'm not sure if it's the right one, but that's not as pressing as the heater inside. The heater that's currently there was installed originally back in the 90s, and it's only got one setting for the blower. The inside of the cab has a tendency to get a little bit muggy in there, and I really need something that's going to move some air. So this was an aftermarket heater that's got multiple settings, and it's also quite a bit smaller, so it should fit better in there and give me more room. The only real concern I have is where I'm going to mount it, because it is different than the original heater. So this aftermarket heater is specifically designed for skid steers and smaller cabbed tractors or excavators or anything that might need a heater. And because my skid steer already had a heater, it shouldn't take a whole lot to retrofit this new heater. I bent up a piece of sheet metal to act as a brace for the blowers and the control switch for the new heater. This heater was designed to be secured differently than the original heater that was on the skid steer, but with a few minutes of light fabrication, you can hardly tell that the new aftermarket heater wasn't designed specifically for this skid steer. Now that the plow truck and the skid steer both are back in action, I need to get back on the shop. First, obviously, I need to get it organized and cleaned up a little bit, but Cedar and I are going to move some stuff around, and we're going to start the framing process on the bathroom and at least one bedroom and possibly even a loft, but also possibly a second bedroom. And more than likely, that's going to be our focus for the rest of the winter as we're waiting for the snow to melt. okay, if I did my job right, I should be able to turn the key on, and I should be able to turn the blower to both settings. There's an off, low, and high. So there we go. Okay, that's high. That's low. That's off. Now I'm going to start it up. And the next big thing is I need to check for leaks. I'm going to let it actually build a little bit of pressure. So I'm going to open the shop, pull it out of the shop, and let it run for a little while, check for leaks. If everything's good, then tomorrow I'm going to get out here and push some snow and see if the new heater is able to keep the windows defrosted and maybe keep it a little bit warm in here. I'm excited to see how well this thing works, that's for sure. Here we go. Okay, on our next video, I'm gonna get back on the shop. Of course, I gotta still plow snow and still kind of maintain things throughout the rest of winter. But it's time to figure out the bedroom situation out here, and it's time to get the shop finished. And I think that's basically what I'm gonna spend the rest of winter working on, is getting the shop completely finished, getting it insulated, getting it drywall if we're gonna put drywall on it. I'm actually leaning towards something other than drywall, but portions of it, because there is a bathroom out here, portions of it are gonna have drywall. So on our next video, I think Cedar and I are gonna get out here and straighten the shop up, pull everything out of that corner, maybe stretch some tape lines and start figuring out how big the rooms are gonna be out here, if we're gonna do a second story with a second bedroom. But in light of the world that we live in, I feel like it's a really good time to have a couple of spare bedrooms out here for our kids or for family that comes and stays with us. My older brother was here over the weekend, and it was a real fast trip. But in a best case scenario, we'd have a nice setup out here that we can simply come out and turn the heater on, where we could have family stay where it would be convenient for both of us. So anyway, framing, electrical, drywall, all kinds of fun stuff out here, but it's overdue and I'm ready to get it finished up. So. I'm first going to pressurize the line from here to the tank, make sure we're good there, and then I'm going to open it up and let it fill. Okay. Oh, close the pressure relief valve. Close that one, close that one. Open up the tank. And we are filling. When I was a younger man back in the good old days, I had a job after school, working at the local gas station, and filling up the propane tanks was one of the things that I got to do. I ordered all the parts that I would need so I can fill my tanks here at the house, as opposed to hauling these 100-pound tanks all the way into town and getting these tanks filled up for the generator. With the help of the skid steer, I can move the tanks back and forth as needed to fill the tanks with the propane that we already have.
My grandma, so my mom's mom.
Whoa, what is this?
Cleans the stove. Now there's two. Now there's two. It's really cool, huh? I'm not even sure how old that thing is, but she used it at our family's cabin for many years, and that was a long time ago. Callie, excited? Now there's two. One for you, one for Reed.
Yeah.
Make it go so much faster when you clean, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell Grandma thank you.
Thank you, Grandma.
So thank you, Grandma. We love you.